Alright, gonna check out the Glock 43X today. I know a lot of people like these, a lot of talk of whatnot. I know these are popular. I've never really looked into them myself, but so I guess if you know what the Glock 26 is, for those who don't know, Glock 26 is like a scaled down Glock 19, so it's got the same width as the Glock 19 on the slide and the handle, but it's got real short grip here so that it's compact, short barrel. You can even fit it in your pocket if you got big enough pockets. But your little pinky will dangle off the end there. 10+1 capacity. And then they came out with, and I don't know the order, but the Glock 43, which was basically a slim version of the Glock 26. Basically the same dimensions, except for it was slim, single stack. So it wasn't such a big bulge in your waist if you wanted a nice slim gun. But due to it being slim and being a single stack, it only holds 6. So the Glock 43X here is basically a upscaled version of that. The barrel is just slightly longer, slide slightly longer, but most importantly, you got a fuller grip here, about the size of a Glock 19 grip. And so with that single stack, maintaining that slim profile, you have a 10 round capacity. But other than that, she's all Glock, so there's not a whole lot to tell there. It's Gen 5, obviously. You got front and rear serrations, you know, Glock trigger, Glock grip, interchangeable back straps. This one doesn't have a strap on the back, but that's how I like to shoot them anyways. So, but yeah, she's a Glock, so standard Glock sights. So we'll load up and we'll get my shooting impressions here. Start out 12 yards on this paper target here, see where point of impact is. Got a half scale silhouette out there at 25 yards, plus I'll walk up and do some rapids on it. 50-yard gong there, and if we're capable, 75-yard half scale silhouette as well. Alright, wasn't sure where to hold yet, so don't hold those shots over there at 25 too highly. Okay, not too bad. So I got previous shots in here, so I was just holding 6 o'clock, excuse me, on the head here. I thought I shot 5. I might have yanked this one low here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, looks like what I did there. That one was my fault, but 6 o'clock here, so it's going right where my front dot is, and I'm maybe averaging just a hair left. That's gonna piss me off. I gotta do better than that. Alright, not too bad, but definitely giving up some controllability over like the thicker Glock 19. At least with this one, I'm just noticing, caught it on my rapid fire there. The first attempt was pretty bad. I think I got 3 in a row, and then all the rest I missed. I was pretty sure they went high, and then the second attempt, sure enough, yep, same thing. It's basically I'm getting trying to do this with the wrong hand here. I'm getting a lot of like muzzle bounce and flip trying to rapid fire this thing, so I keep like the first few on target, and then it just starts, for me, I started going over the target even though I thought I was holding it good. I'm just having like kind of like a bouncy flippy muzzle there, like it's not shooting real flat for me. So Pulled it back down knowing that I was going high, and then started making impact again. But it's definitely a lot harder to hang on to than a Glock 19. And some of you guys that love the 43X here are going to hate this, but I've had better luck rapid firing some of these micro 9mm that are smaller, like say the Hellcat I just did, keeping it on target at the same distance rapid firing, and even a little further back, because they're just shooting a lot more flat, not as much muzzle flip and bounce like that. So don't like that aspect about it. And you can say training this and training that, but it still doesn't change the fact that some guns just shoot flatter and they're better under rapid fire than others. And G19 is definitely better, which that's pretty obvious because, you know, your grip's wider, so you got a little better grip on it. But like I said, what's blowing me away about it though is that some of these micro 9s able to stay on target better rapid fire, which I mean, these newer ones, they're pretty good compared to the micro 9s of yesteryear, but most of these micro 9s I got on the table here, they're all fairly new, just as is the Glock 43X. And call me crazy, but I can shoot some of those better because the rapid fire recoil, just that muzzle flip there, is more controllable on some of those, even though they're smaller. So I get the whole concept of having a slim pistol. It's more comfortable for concealed carry. And then of course they went with a longer grip, so you can get not only more rounds but better control on it. But these are just as slim, okay, and smaller and higher capacity, and to me more controllable. So if I had a G43X, personally I'd be looking at upgrading the rod and spring in there to get a flatter shooting pistol, get something done about that nose wobble, nose flip under rapid fire. Had I not just literally shot these just prior, I mean, we're at the same day here, same location, still recording videos here, I would have probably just said, well, I just suck, I guess. But, and it's always going to come down to personal preference, and everybody's different, but it's crazy that I'm better with these micro 9s than I am with this compact G43X here. So guys, sorry about all the wind noise there, but obviously that's beyond my control. But that's my take on it. I shoot the Glock 19 way better. Again, makes sense because of the more full grip, but I'm shooting these micro 9s better than the G43X also. So I don't know, Glock guys. If you want to get any of the products you see me use in my videos, like paper target there, steel targets and more, links in the description. Thanks again to John for loaning me the G43X today, shooting on his range. Appreciate y'all stopping by, checking this one out, if you can even hear me in all this wind. And I hope to see you on the next one. For what it's worth, I actually do like Glocks. I've owned several and shot even more. But like I said, comparing it to these other carry pistols here that are actually a tad bit smaller yet with higher magazine capacities, and they shoot flatter for me with less muzzle flip, that's why my feelings stand where they do for the G43X here. Also, I didn't perform that bad with it. If you go back and watch the Hellcat and the Shield Plus I just did on this same day, I didn't necessarily do any worse with the G43X here. It's just I noticed it took a lot more, like, I don't know, I guess effort and mental preparation to get it done with the Glock. Because, like I said, under rapid fire, which is what you would be doing in a self-defense scenario, somebody's coming at you, it was a little more difficult to control than the others. Combine that with its larger size yet lower capacity, and that to me just puts the Glock at the bottom of the list.